have to find a way to put the insurance companies' feet to the fire.
Illinois is trying to crack down on insurance companies in response to our Target 3 investigation. Good evening. I'm McLeod Hageman.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. We have team coverage tonight with Target 3 investigators Mark Maxwell and Renee Cooper, both live in Springfield. First to Mark, the Pritzker administration slapped Blue Cross Blue Shield with a big fine after our investigation.
Jennifer, Illinois has never done this before. After our report revealed how Blue Cross Blue Shield drastically depleted the number of available doctors in its network, the law required the company to notify the state of that material change in its network. Once we started asking the Department of Insurance about a month ago to show us proof that Blue Cross had ever done that, well, they ordered the insurance company to hand those papers over. And once they did, state regulators tallied up all the days, and they said for every day you were late in handing these papers over, you now have to pay the state of Illinois $1,000.
The problem we were trying to address was not having standards in the state to be sure that there was adequate coverage.
State law says health insurance companies have to report any material change to an approved network plan within 15 days after the change occurs. Friday, the Department of Insurance fined Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois $1,000 a day, adding up to $339,000 for failing to report the material change that occurred when it booted Springfield Clinic doctors from its networks. House Majority Leader Greg Harris helped pass that law 5 years ago.
Clearly, we need to do something stronger and tougher to get them into compliance.
Republicans Richard Irvin and Avery Bourne, running to challenge Governor Pritzker in November, want his administration to crack down harder and compel Blue Cross to cover the full cost of all medical expenses for patients whose continuity of care was disrupted.
They could start re-adjudicating these claims and making sure that they're living up to their continuity of care requirements.
As lawmakers are looking for ways to tighten regulations on the insurance industry, a vice president for Blue Cross flinched at the fine, arguing its opinion was reasonable and well-informed. Springfield Clinic applauded the fine, and patients caught in the middle.
For us, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just 3 doctor's visits.
Fear their financial future is on the line.
Normally we pay $20, $30 for those visits, and now we're looking at upwards to $400 for each visit. So it's a big jump.
Courtney Gray is a young mother who wants her insurance company and the clinic that employs her favorite doctor to just reach a deal.
I just wish whatever the holdup is and whoever's holding this up, that they could just be a fly on the wall on everybody's experience. If they could be in the appointment rooms or be in the room while people are trying to get a hold of their doctors or find new doctors and go through that process with them and see how it's just not working.
Fighting surprise medical bills can be confusing for patients. It starts out with a pile of paperwork, then you have to find out if you go to the state government, maybe you get directed to the federal government. Lawmakers are planning to hold hearings to grill the people responsible, Blue Cross executives and those at the Department of Insurance tomorrow in this building. One of the lawmakers' ideas would be simple: to regulate insurance industries with this little requirement. Just force the insurance companies to print it out on the back of your insurance card. Who's responsible? If you have a complaint over a big medical bill, do you go to the state government, the federal government? Those and more ideas in this building tomorrow. Reporting live in Springfield, Mark Maxwell, WCIA3, your local news leader.
Mark, thank you so much. Now, Governor Pritzker said, quote, insurance companies must be able to show that they have adequate provider networks so that Illinois consumers have access to the medical care and providers that they pay for. This fine should serve as notice that we will require insurers to maintain those networks and uphold all consumer protections under the law.
As the Pritzker administration and lawmakers dive into solutions from the State House, bills are piling up for countless patients. WCIA3's Renee Cooper joins us live now. So, Renee, you met another family caught in the middle of this corporate disputes.
Well, McLeod, let me tell you about Jim Whaley. He joined his local IBEW union back in 2001 to get access to health care that would help cover the cost of his daughter's insulin. Now, just 20 years later, he's worried that his kids might have to help pick up the cost of his skyrocketing cancer bills. Jim Whaley is on the road to recovery. His wife Sharon with him every step of the way.
They went and took his fibula out of his left leg.
It's the result of squamous cell carcinoma of the oral cavity.
It's cancer of the mouth, what I call it.
Whaley is an electrician by trade. He gets his Blue Cross insurance through the local IBEW union.
I stayed on the job as long as I could until basically the doctors told me I needed to quit.
That was November 12th, just days before Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois knocked the family's Springfield Clinic doctors out of network. Just as they needed a specialist, they were told only Springfield Clinic can provide in town.
There is no other radiation therapist here other than at the clinic who's out of network. So I think it was like December 6th, they applied and talked to Blue Cross, Dr. Ferraro's office, and started the paperwork and stuff to get us okayed through Blue Cross.
They waited 3 weeks for the okay. Any longer, Whaley says, was a big risk.
Had to get the radiation in case the cell got loose, you know what I'm saying?
Then the mail came. $50,000 expected immediately, according to the paper from Blue Cross. They haven't even seen the total price for treatments in the last couple of months.
I mean, you pay your premiums, you do what you're supposed to do.
In a time they should be celebrating a milestone and putting the past few months behind them, the future weighs heavy. The Whaleys wonder, will they be able to retire?
What are you going to do for the rest of your life? Keep working?
Will they ever get to take another vacation? Will their children have to step in?
And then have your kids say, we'll do whatever so you don't lose everything.
All the while, the couple of 40 years is hanging tight to one another, praying for good health and to keep their home.
Heartbreaking, but we made it and we want to, keep going.
Now, the Whaleys say Springfield Clinic filed an appeal to the state on their behalf over the cost of Jim's radiation treatments. In a statement this afternoon, Blue Cross said they have approved more than 1,400 continuity of care requests for members since cutting Springfield Clinic out of network. Now, some of those are for members undergoing cancer treatments as well. Now, so far, the Whaleys have just gotten verbal confirmation, and the bills are not matching up to that promise. Live in Springfield, I'm Renee Cooper, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Renee, thank you so much. And following the separation from the clinic, more than 150 complaints have been filed against Blue Cross, and most of those were actually reported in November. That's when more than 650 doctors were kicked out of network. If you feel like filing a claim is in your best interest, we do have those steps on how you can follow on our website.